Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Chocobo Fina. So like you can see that she is a spirit based attacker. So let's compare her to Lila and Kimonoya Ayaka. I think these two are no match at all compared to Chocobo Fina. I think Chocobo Fina is the first real spirit based attackers because she is actually usable on the game, okay? Unlike Kimono Ayaka when she was released, I don't think Kayaka was that good when she was released. Same for Lila because Lila doesn't have chaining partner back then. But yeah, after Awakening, Lila is still bad in my opinion. So if you take a look on the spirit stats, Chocobo Fina is really amazing because she can get 250% spirit boost, but let's just forget about that because you need to equip both bow and staff to achieve that. Bow is not a problem because there is one-handed bow, but that one-handed bow has low spirit, so I think it's better to equip another staff because you have 100% true dual wield spirit. So I believe equipping second staff will be much better than getting 50% spirit stats boost. Okay, her health is also very good, 70% health. So I can say that Chocobo Fina has really good survivability. But her passives, like you can see, these are pretty bland. She doesn't have ailments resist, but that's not a problem because her Trust Master reward will give her all immunity against all status ailments. Okay, so you must equip that Trust Master reward. It is very good. No reason not to equip that because it also gives you 20% health. So make Chocobo Fina even tankier than before. And that's it, only 80% win and light resist and innate dual wield. So enough about her stats, I think. Let's talk about her abilities. Actually, one thing I don't like about Chocobo Fina is she doesn't have a plus 6 time change damage modifier. And that's when Kayaka win compared to Chocobo Fina because Kayaka has plus 6 times when through dual wield equipment. Okay, so enough, let's talk about equipment. I mean ability. So for abilities, Chocobo Fina is really good because actually the thing that makes her much better than Kayaka is her damage modifier. Her super Chocobo dash is really powerful. But to make this skill reach its full potential, you need to do some setup. So the first thing you want to do on the battle is to use your Chocobo Fina first. So this is your latent ability. This is a must-have for Chocobo Fina. So if you get Chocobo Fina, make sure you awaken both of these latent abilities. Okay, and on the first turn you will use this, and on the second on the first turn, on the second act, on the same turn, you want to imbue yourself with wind or light elemental. Okay, it depends on your enemy. But for light element, if you really need light elemental attack, then you can get that simply by equipping Holy One. Okay, but again, if you don't need light element, make sure you don't equip only one because let's say you want to use wind element, that will make you into dual elemental attacker and you don't want that to happen. And that's it. And basically after you use that latent ability, the goal you want to have is having her LB ready as fast as possible. You can achieve that by simply using this limit rate. Double cast this. Yeah, you don't need to double cast this because she is a dual wielder. So by using this, you will get your LB gauge full. Okay, so after you have your LB gauge full, then immediately use your LB. So this is a reason why you want to have a duplicate of Chocobo Fina because her LB is chaining move. Unless you have a duplicate, you will miss lots of damage because this deal 31 times damage, and because you use your latent ability, you deal about 54.25 times damage. You want to change that attack, guys, because yeah, that will deal significant amount of damage. And after using your LP, it is pretty simple. You will unlock your triple Chocobo. After that, simply use triple Super Choco Dash. So after using LP and your latent ability, this gonna deal 35.5 times damage per cast. Amazing. With triple cast, she deals 106.5 times. Whoa, that's almost on par with Kimono Fina. And Kimono Fina is a magical attacker, so she is not as tanky as Chocobo Fina. Okay, and the thing that you need if you use Chocobo Fina is someone who able to imperil the enemy's resist. You can achieve that by having character like Barge. Okay, let's say if you pair her with Barge, then you will get 120% win in peril. Really good partner, and that means you will deal 234.3 times damage. Wow, that's insane. Okay, and let's say you don't have Warrior of Light Bard, what you have is another Light in Peril. Let's say you can use Irate, because Irate able to imperil the enemy light resist by 100%. That means you will deal 213 times damage, not a bad damage at all, okay? So if you use to Chocobo Fina, character like Irate is really important because she's the only one who able to imperil the enemy light resist. Okay, so you can see the sample party here: 2 Chocobo Fina with Irate plus Breaker and 2 tanks, and tada, you will have super tanky party. Okay, so if you take a look on the Games Project FFBE video, then you will see that he uses Chocobo Fina on some of upcoming trials. So I think Chocobo Fina is a good investment. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to pull for her right now because really guys, after taking a look on that video, especially the Emperor, Chocobo Fina only take about 2,000-3,000 damage from Emperor Starfall, okay? Sure, you maybe deal more damage with other characters, but that's useless if you really need to keep resurrecting your attacker, especially on today's standard. Most attackers need a setup, and that will be really annoying on that kind of missions, okay? Do setup, after setup is complete, your character died. Really super annoying. But with Chocobo Fina, that won't happen because she is super tanky. Okay, so enough about abilities. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, it is pretty simple. Simply focus on her spirit stats, okay, and you will be very hard to kill. So after you getting high spirit, the only thing that can kill her is strong physical attack. Okay, but I think physical attack is much easier to avoid than magical attack, because let's say the enemy use strong physical attack, you can evade that by using, let's say, AoE physical evasion or something like that, okay? But for magic, you cannot do that. So that's why this spirit-based attacker is really useful on most trials, okay? So enough about her equipment. My conclusion for Chocobo Fina. So Chocobo Fina is superb spirit attacker. Like I said, she's probably the first real spirit attackers on this game, okay? Duo Transcend, crappy. Kimono Ayaka, I don't think she gets any time to shine, okay, when she was released. But Chocobo Fina, she will be very useful for maybe 2 or 3 months. So maybe it's not a bad idea if you want to spend your lapis to pull for her, especially the step up is kind of tempting. And I only talk about her offensive abilities back before, but she able to give your party AoE re-raise, also able to become a backup healer. So really guys, she is really tanky and slot efficient character. Okay, so I don't think it is a bad idea. If you want to pull for her, go ahead. Especially if you struggle on recent trials. Okay, if you get one shot by Emperor Starfall, then it's a good idea to pull for Chocobo Fina, but make sure you have a friend that also pull for her. Okay, I really want to pull for Chocobo Fina, but no one on my friend list use her as a leader. And also, I think I'm gonna save my lapis for few months, okay? Preparing for summon festival characters. Her Trust Master reward is very useful, and I think her Super Trust Master reward is one of the best STMR on the game. So in the end, Chocobo Fina is superb character in terms of offensive and survivability. She may not be able to compete with high tier damage dealer like, let's say, warrior of like birds, but her tankiness really offset that weakness. Okay, if only she has plus 6 times change damage modifier, then she will be totally broken. And that's why I can perfectly understand why Gumi doesn't give her that kind of ability. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all you need to know about Chocobo Fina. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy per FFBE guide. Bye bye guys!